Bullying, I think what kids and parents and staff need to know is bullying is ongoing and repetitive. So it's ongoing and repetitive behavior that targets another individual. Whenever you have a group of people, it could be kids, students, adults, whatever it might be, you're going to have bullying. I think what's really important is that we acknowledge that, we don't run from that, and I think we need to deal with that. Every single incident that comes into the office or goes to a classroom needs to be dealt with. Kids need to be heard.
We address every situation by knowing and understanding what's going on, by making sure that we have all the correct information to deal with the situation properly, and to make sure that when we're dealing with situations that everyone comes out feeling like there is a win-win event that took place, because we certainly want to make sure that we are listening to both sides of the story.
I think the biggest part of bullying is the prevention of it. So kids understand what bullying is, and we do a lot with community partners in Dryden. We work with Firefly, we work with the police. We have them come in and talk about cyberbullying, all kinds of bullying. They come in a couple times through the year. And I think the biggest thing in our Dryden schools, and all KP schools actually, is building a family. And when the kids come into our schools, we want them to know they're a part of a family, and we are less likely to hurt those very close to us. So when we do have incidents of bullying, we really do deal with it that way. It's like, you've really hurt this person, and what do we need to do about that? So it's not about you're a bad kid and you're going to be in trouble. It's about helping them through, because kids make mistakes, adults make mistakes. So we're there to help them through that mistake and to learn. We have at KP the anonymous bullying portal, and it's on the KP website, so it's really, really easy to use. You just log on to Keewatin Patricia District School Board, and you will see right there that there's an anonymous portal where you can go on and log an incident of bullying. And what's really good is it goes to the superintendent of the schools, and it goes to the principals or the administrators of the school. So we all get a copy of that, and then we take action, because no one wants a kid to be bullied. We understand it's a lifelong impact that it can have. So we really do take action, we really dig deep, and we spend a lot of time on these things.
The Restorative Circle simply takes into account what happened to the victim, what the perpetrators or the offenders were thinking when they did what they did, when they participated in doing what they did, what they were thinking about at the time, who they have harmed by their negative behavior, and how has that harm, what does that harm look like, and how has that been done. And then in the end, the whole idea is what have you thought about since, and what do you need to do to make things right. And generally, in the end of a Restorative Circle, we've come to a conclusion of finding some kind of consequence. You're allowing the offender to name their behavior and to own that behavior, because I think if you don't have the offender that is actually naming and owning that behavior, then you can't move forward with the Restorative Circle. They have to understand and be able to have the empathy and be able to put themselves into the victim's shoes in order to move forward.
We have the interests of all the kids in our school family, and we have to look and be non-biased about what's going on. We have to know every story in the circle. So that's how we make decisions based on all of that knowledge.
Our responsibility is to grow well-rounded, socially and emotionally competent children. Like, that's what we do. I mean, we deliver the academics, we teach the academics, we want kids to learn, but we also want kids to learn globally and to learn how to be good citizens. The message that we do give kids, or the message I do give kids in this building, is that the things that you do, the decisions you make, and the things that you do outside of the school is an extension of yourself and an extension of the school day. I believe it's the same thing, that it's everybody's responsibility, community, to raise resilient, happy children that have good strategies and are empathetic.